I really like this habitat we've made here for our wild water buffalo. I think, look at Linda. She's having such a great time just chilling by the pond. But I think it's time to move on and make a different habitat. Oh, guess think that tickets are underpriced. Well, we can put them up. Let's go 46 and 23. Or maybe let's go 48 and 24 because we keep upping them and then they keep going. They still keep saying the ticket price is too good. So I think it's scorching out here. We should probably get some shade in the zoo, but that's not something I'm going to do today. And they do want more drinks and food, which is very understandable because we've only got some here and then some over here. So we will have our own over here at some point as we expand this Asia section of the zoo in this direction. One thing I noticed, which I've missed, is that we didn't put any donation bins in the last two habitats. So I'm just going to add some in now. And we've got our vet research complete as well. So ring-tailed lemurs, I'm going to leave them to carry on with those, I think. Because we do need some more research on those. We have got the oryx and the wild water buffalo, though, to consider. But I think at the minute they're okay. They've got enough enrichment and everything that they're quite happy. I have to say, with the last habitat, like, I really like these shelters here, but I'm concerned that they're going to need more, and I think it's that only one wild water buffalo, or maybe two, can fit in this at one time. So that may be why we need so much, because we've got all of it over here as well. And I am tempted to build more shelter, like a different shelter instead, and maybe just have it down here. But I'll see how we go with this. When their population gets a bit bigger, if they start saying they don't have enough hard shelter, then at the minute they're happy with hard shelter. If they're not happy, I think I might come back and change that a bit later. Look at the little baby. And then is this Gloria and Moto? Look at him. The man, the myth, the legend, lying down. They're very cute. Go hoovering up some poop. Right. I think it's time to have a look at what animals we're going to be getting today. My plan for today is to get the Himalayan Brown Bear into the zoo, as you've probably seen from the thumbnail. Ooh, this isn't a great male. I was going to say we can grab this one right here, but he's got 0% fertility. So I'm going to leave that for now. Oh, an animal's died. Who's died? Scoop! Oh, Scoop. Oh, he served our zoo so well. He had so many babies. What a conservationist. He lived a happy little life. I'm going to leave them on the lemurs until they've done a bit more research. We're about to have offspring. I think that might be inbred offspring. I have to say, I remember there being one that was one of his children that was having babies. So that's not the best. Scoop died. No, low welfare. That's fine. Oh, we're about to have... Oh, it's another baby penguin. We've had so many baby penguins. Oh, look at you. Look at them. They're so cute. These are just the cutest little things. Oh, there's two of them. Had two babies. Wow, good for you. I thought penguins just normally had them in one. I may be one at a time. I may be wrong. Or these could be... Well, I guess they're twins anyway, but they could just be twins. We've had loads of offspring. We're having offspring all over the place. We do need a new male, though, in our habitat over here. So hopefully Scoop's been collected. So let's go animal trading. Oh, we've got loads of brown bears now. Himalayan brown bears. Right, while we're here, let's grab some decent ones. These are all really good as well. They're quite expensive, though, is the only problem. This is a bit better. He's a bit cheaper, and he's still good. So I'm going to adopt this male. And probably the cheaper female from up here. Let's get her. And then we've got a male and a female. And I'm pretty sure that they live in groups of 2. So let's just search them on the Zoopedia. Oh, I can't spell Himalayan. Himalayan, there you go. Critically endangered. So we seriously need to breed these. Species data 1 to 2. Yeah, so they'll have babies in there. Guests can't enter, unfortunately. And they're neutral, so they don't really care about people. They're very easy to breed, so this is all looking very good. Let's see how much land area we need as well. So let's say they've got 5 cubs or something crazy. They need about 700. It needs to be grade 4 though. So this, I'm going to pause the game because we've got an inspection report, which is all looking good. This is where we normally use grade 3 wooden logs, but these aren't going to be suitable for the bears. So we're going to have to come up with something else. Perhaps concrete, but that's really not sustainable. Or gabion, I don't know what that's. I think that's just rocks again, so it's a very similar thing. Or red brick, which isn't sustainable, but it's slightly better. We could also just use steel, but we're trying to keep to the sustainable elements, and I think although it's not sustainable, we're going to have to do something with rocks instead. So either we use a natural barrier with digging and using rocks to support the earth, or we just build in rock barriers so they can't climb out. I think that's probably our best bet, because once they're there, but it's not as... It's a toss-up, but I think it's probably slightly more sustainable in the situation we have. And my plan for them, I'm going to play to let it be daytime again. I've found on the map, there's just a little cave that's always been here, which is perfect for a bear. So I think we have to build them over here in this Asia section. And it's exactly where we've been building. But yeah, it's like this perfectly hollowed out little cave. So this is definitely where we're going to put them. And we can try and use the land to kind of shape the habitat and have as few other elements as we can. I don't know if they can swim. I assume they can. Yeah, I think they can swim, because I think it says if they can't swim that you can use it for a barrier. So we're going to have to build in something. But firstly, let's grab a Nile Lechwe male, because we need a new one. And we want a nice male. Ooh, these are good. Oh, maybe we'll be getting this guy. I think. Oh, this is a gold male. He's pretty good. This one's a bit more all-round green. This is better, I think, probably genetically. I kind of like the all-round though. Well, it's just size. Let's go with this one, because he is gold. So we're going to adopt this one, and then we can send all 3 of these animals into the quarantine building. Okay, so we're either in quarantine. They can check to see if they're sick or not, and if they need any care. And then we need to make sure we don't put them all in the same habitat after, because we did that before with our giraffes and our African wild dogs in here, and that was very scary for a moment. Are they all happy in here? And fertile? Oh yeah, it's because they're older. They are hungry though. That's not particularly good, is it? Let's see enrichment. No, they've got enough enrichment. I think they've just maybe not been fed yet, as we're looking at them now. We do need to do something to this habitat though. I think our giraffe habitat needs to be extended a little bit. So I'm just going to do that now with these wooden logs. Okay, and let's just check if any of them can break out now. If I click on habitat, can any of these little rascals get out? No, the giraffes can't get out, and neither can the baby giraffes. That's good to know. And the Nile Lechwe can't get out, so that's good. And we've just added masses into their area. So let's have a look at the space requirements. Yeah, we've got loads now. We're like well above. So that's good. I just want to give them a bit more space. And hopefully they're still fine actually with the makeup. It seems like they are. Just having a bit more... Oh, we need a bit more soil. Okay, we'll just add a little bit more soil in around here. A little bit too much soil for these guys. Okay, they're happy with that level of soil. They're happy with that level of soil. Everyone is happy. That's what we like to see. Hungry wild dogs, that's absolutely fine. They're going to be fed. We probably should spread the trees out a little bit more now that we have them. I don't know where they are in their ranges. Okay, so the giraffes are happy with more plants. I'm not sure about the Lechwe. Lechwe are happy with a bit more as well. So I'm just going to add a few more trees to kind of pad this out a little bit more. Okay, I think we've added a few bits here now. It could do with some more lower level plants. We've got this grass. Can add a bit more of that in to kind of spice up a few of these areas. But I think this is pretty good, and it's not like the main focal area anyway of the habitat because it's just in the back. As long as it's suitable for the needs of the animals, then that's kind of all we need it to be. So I might just add a couple more rocks in. You know me. Oh, the rock addiction is strong. It's very strong with these habitats. I just love the savanna rocks so much. I could just place these all day, but I won't because that would be incredibly boring to watch. Okay, that looks a bit better. I'm quite happy with that. I think let's just check if they are. They happy with the plant coverage? They're happy with everything. That's what we like to see. And the Nile Lechwe, they're happy with the plant coverage and they're happy with everything else. Oh, I think I may have just seen one of the... No. I thought there was something they weren't happy with, like one of the trees. That's good. They like everything. We've got the dogs. I'm a little concerned about now. They've flagged up a few times that they're hungry. Why are they not being fed? Let's call the keeper. Oh, the keeper's in there. Oh, they're feeding them. Okay. Should be fine then. We'll let that sort itself out. I think maybe it's because they're perhaps not trained up enough. We'll have to see. Let's just... Oh, we can't train them up anymore. Oh, we can. Yeah, okay. Let's train everyone to the next level. There you go. That will include all the keepers, and then that will be good. Quarantine's passed as well. That's good. We want that. Let's get our Nile Lechwe into this habitat we've just built. And then we need to name him as well. I'm going to move him in. I'm probably going to name more animals in the next episode, and I'll leave this episode to just get some stuff done rather than naming. And then we can come back and name lots of them in the next episode. I know you guys have been giving me loads of name suggestions in the comments, and I do take note of all of them, and I've got them on a big name list, so don't worry. If you have more name suggestions, I will happily add them to the name list. We could probably do with some security as well, because that will stop these getting vandalized so much. It is in security here. You can add cameras, like a security post camera, which would just kind of keep an eye, or just put the cameras in, like add them to existing buildings. Oh, we've got the patio heater. I forgot about those. That's really cute. I haven't, you know what? We haven't got a restaurant yet. Maybe we should do that at some point. But I'm thinking, because he's getting vandalized quite a lot, I might just put a security post in here, just to kind of keep watch. I think that's all of them. At least that's most of them, and we can pick up any more as we see them. Oh, there's one here. There you go. Just seeing that one. That should do it. Basically, it just gives them a camera. So if you click on them, you can enter the camera actually and have a look if you want. But it just keeps an eye. So if we go into the heat maps, we can select which one is it? Security and crime, and you can see where all the posts are. And oh, there you go. That's a good way of seeing which ones have been vandalized as well, and where we're missing them. So it's probably because these aren't in place that they have been vandalized. Because if there's cameras there, they're not going to be as much. I think we've got one security guard for the zoo though, and I think they're happy. Yeah, they've got an efficient workload, and they literally patrol the whole zoo. So we haven't got that much like active pickpocketing or anything. It's more just they vandalize things every so often, and yeah, we'll fix it. It's not that expensive. I am going to research the oryx and the wild water buffalo now that we've got a bit more done on the lemurs. The Okapi are hungry. I think maybe that whole area, are they in the same work zone? I think they're in Africa Middle. Yeah, so there's 4 habitats here. I don't know how many keepers are assigned to that. Africa Middle, we've got 2 keepers on it at the minute, but they both got efficient workloads. So I think they should be fine. It's maybe that they haven't got enough keeper huts. That's probably it. Because there's no keeper hut over here. It's all the way down here. So let's go back to that work zone. Africa Middle. Yeah, they've got to go all the way out here. So we kind of need some staff facilities around here somewhere. And I think I might put some down here in this little area. So it's a bit easier for them to get to everything. Because we've already got some stuff here. I'm just literally going to add 1 keeper hut. Staff facilities. I'm going to filter by the theme of conservation. And then we can get our conservation keeper huts. We probably only need the small one anyway. I don't think we've got the big one researched yet, but we just need the small one. And we can actually just add that back here. And then connect it up with the staff path. There you go. And let's add that into the work zone instead. So now we don't need these anymore. We can have this one, and let's put a little staff room in as well. So I'm going to take off the staff room here and here. And let's put in a new staff room for them as well. Not the best place for a solar panel, right under a tree, but it's actually, it's angled that way anyway, so it should be fine. It's getting caught by this tree. And it looks quite cute now. And we just need to add this into the work zone. So Africa middle, give them the staff room. And then we need to add both of these into zoo to make sure we have, zoo has everything in our whole zoo, as you may be able to tell by the name zoo. So we've got that in now. Right, I think it's probably time. Now that our Letri should be in here as well, let's have a look at him. Oh, it's this Dumpling. We already had a young adult. He's going to have to go because we have our new male. So now he's a young adult. Let's release Dumpling into the wild. Goodbye. We have our new adult who will be named in the next episode. They have a few things that require repair. Yeah, they both need repair. Okay, that's fine. We haven't got security out here, and that's because I think that we should move these so we can have our bear habitat here. And then this is going to need a small amount of terraforming just to smooth this area out to make it suitable for like wheelchair access and stuff. But that's something we have to do. That's not really something you can get around. So I'm going to build out a path now and just smooth out wherever I need to. Okay, I think that's pretty good. That's pretty flat now. It is a bit of an incline and a decline the other way, but it's going to be an optional route anyway because we are going to come all the way around this way, which is much flatter generally, as you can see. But I do want this to be somewhat accessible because if they want to see the bears, this is going to be a great little area for them to do that. And I don't think it's fair that some people will be able to see them and some people won't based on accessibility reasons. So I don't see why we wouldn't design that into the habitat. Because you do have to think about these things in real life, and we should for our zoos. So it also means that we can have the added benefit of making this area all glass as well. So I'm going to turn this whole, maybe up to here, to be one-way glass. And it's on the right way, so that's good. I have to change that with the settings. And then, but they've got a whole other area they can see of the habitat. So if we extend... if we put the barriers in next, or what we're going to do for barriers, I think then we can start populating it with other things. For now, I'm going to just kind of do a carry on the path around where I think the habitat should go and then put in some barriers. Okay, and now we've got kind of a weird habitat, but this will tell us how big the habitat is. So it's massive, this area, but I kind of want it to be massive because I think the bears should have a big area. It makes me really sad when I see bears with a small habitat, and some of this is going to be water. I think we might put a little lake in here somewhere. If we just build this up around the bottom, this could quite easily turn into a... Oh, it might even be able to now. Yeah, there you go. So it could do something like that, but we can make it a bit nicer. But I think this is a perfect little area for a habitat. And now we just need to make it so that it's of the resistance grade that we need for this habitat for the bears, which is resistance 4. So it's going to take some doing. Okay, I think I got a bit lost there in the all the rock placing. But what I've done is I built a rock wall where I need to around here, but then I've used null barriers and tried to use the landscape. And I think what we really need to do is get the bears in here to see how well they can climb and where we need to add more rocks. But this way, the guests can walk along here, but they get a nice like natural view of the whole habitat from here. There's like a nice viewing area, and we can make sure that we have all our education and our donation bins and stuff in there. And now I think it's time we move both of these bears into this habitat. So let's test it out and see whether it's still escapable or not escapable. I guess that'll be the main question. We have quite a few to repair. The mechanics coming to fix these. Oh, we've got 2 of them coming to fix these. How are our mechanics doing? We need to rename a lot of our stuff in the next episode as well. We'll have a big renaming. But I think most of our staff are actually doing pretty well. There's some, you know, some unskilled keepers that are a little bit worse for wear, and obviously the vendors. But the vendors are always, like, there's always complaints with the vendors. And we could just get more vendors, to be honest. And make sure. Ooh, the cleanliness risk. That's not good. Have we got a keeper in here? Let's call the keeper. Is it to do with the size of the habitat? Is it not big enough or something? I don't know. It seems like it's big enough for their requirements anyway. Yeah, it's way bigger than they need. So you'd think it would be fine. We should also check our exhibit trading. Yeah, we've got loads in here. Okay, so we need to quick trade these. Seeing that the frogs have died, and it's like, oh, have we still releasing them into the wild and everything? Are we still doing that? I didn't quite get the memo on that one. I'm just going to smooth out some of this land as well. I think it's okay. It's not ideal, but it's fine. It depends on the light that it has, I think. Ooh, okay. So I think our bears are just arriving now. Wow. Look at these. Okay, I'm gonna immediately pause and let's have a look at, on the heat maps, close this. Where can you escape, my friends? Not cleanliness, traversable area. Okay, we actually did a pretty good job. So they can escape on this point and on this point, but that's only 2 very small areas. All we need to do is just push this, oh, not quite that much, but push that wall in. And do the same up here. Yeah, okay, so they can get everywhere, but they can't get out. That's perfect. Can they get into their little den? They can get into their little cave. How amazing is that? Let's have a look at them. Wow, look at these. They look amazing. They look dangerously close there. I'm just going to pause the game. I'm going to put another rock in here because I feel like in real life you'd need one. It just needs to be one that they can't scale because that feels too close for comfort. There we go. Are you still able to get out? Can you get out now? Can you climb on top of those? No. Perfect. That's what we want. So we've got 2 happy little bears. Oh, one of them's going to go explore the cave. Oh, it's a bit dark in there. Oh, look at that. These are adorable. And the other one's in here. Look at them. Look at them chilling out. Okay, we've got a few alerts. It's not at the ideal temperature. Okay, these are all things we need to be aware of. So we've done some vet research, which is good. Hopefully that will help with everything that's going on with that habitat. They're not at the right temperature, which is a concern. Our welfare is only at 10%. Right, so the temperature is wrong. It's too hot here. So let's have a look at the heat. Oh yeah, it's very hot today. It's we've got that tropical. Oh dear. Now we've got protesters because they're too hot. Okay, so the cave is already going to be cooler anyway. But what we can do is we can put in coolers into the habitat like this. And actually, one thing that's going to cool it down too is water. So first, I'm going to build in a nice water area for them. I think I'm going to put that in here. Okay, as long as they still can't escape from here, I think we're pretty good. I quite like that little water area we got here. And this, again, should be a lot cooler. So you can see this is even cooler than that is. And we can actually regulate the temperature of the water through water heaters, which I'm going to put in probably to this habitat, just to make sure that they stay cool. But we're going to need them on this side anyway. So I think I might whack one in here and a water pump alongside it. Actually, let's move it over one and let's put a solar panel in the middle because we're going to need all three. There we go. That works quite well. And now they're all connected up. So now we should be able to set the temperature for our water. And I'm going to say, let's have the water be about 10 degrees. And that should cool all the water within that radius. And this is hopefully keeping all that water clean. It is. So if we play, that should be good. That doesn't solve the temperature of the main habitat. So we do need to get in the habitat tab. We need to get heaters and coolers, and let's get some coolers down as well. Hopefully that covers most of the habitat. Inside, that should stay pretty constant anyway. Okay, and the bears are supposed to be at -10 to 22 degrees. I'm going to set this to be about 10 degrees, which is in the middle. I thought I might put them on 18, but I think I'm going to put them on 10 just because these are going to be running off electricity, which normally would be a bit of a concern ecology-wise, but we are generating all of our own energy using solar panels. So I'm not too concerned about this particularly. And I don't fully understand how the coolers work. So if someone knows how a system like this would work, please do let me know. But I think these are slightly made up for the purposes of cooling habitats down. And that should massively reduce the temperature of the whole habitat. Yeah, there we go. You can see that the cave's still good. In here is good. They're happy with that now. Got some warmer areas, but it's right by the water. And we can actually sink these into the ground if we want to, so then don't look too ugly. Cool. So now we've got these little cold points, but the bears should be much happier now. Yeah, look at them. Oh, we got vet research complete as well. For our wild water buffalo, please carry on. They need repairing. They haven't got a camera. That is why. Let's grab a camera from here. Whack one down at this end. There we go. You can see the other cameras are working because the only ones that are getting damaged are the ones that don't have it. Oh, we need to assign this. So this is going to be Himalayan Bears. Oh, Paul, our African penguin's about to die of old age. That's very sad. We need to get our work zone, and this is going to be our Asia entrance still. We're going to include this in there. And we need to put these into the zoo work zone. And put a security camera with them, because as we've just seen, they'll get vandalized otherwise. So let's put a little security post in here. And hopefully they should be fine. Oh, look at the bears having a swim. So I don't know what they need in terms of coverage. They need some plant coverage. Okay, Tiger, Tundra, and Asia. I've got some good stuff to work with here. I think now's the point where I might have a bit of a play around and see what trees and stuff we put in. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, I think that's quite a lot we've done. I thought I'd do a 3-tiered waterfall because, you know, I couldn't resist. Rocks and waterfalls are my weak spots. Oh, Paul has died. Yeah. Bless him. You will be missed, Paul. So many penguins in here now. They've attracted protesters, but I think they're okay now. They just need enrichment. How do you feel about that coverage? Oh, not quite. They're not quite happy with the amount of coverage. I think they need bigger trees in, which is probably the issue because there's quite a lot of trees, but it's only really these larches that are actually a reasonable size. Everything else is pretty small. Yeah, okay, we've hit the threshold, and I think that looks good, to be honest. I don't really think it needs more than that. We do need to make sure that it's the right makeup, though. Okay, this is too much. They need more snow, which is probably going to impact how we do things. So let's take, or it could be soil. Thing is, they need snow. Okay. Okay, now we just need to let the temperature drop enough because it is decreasing. And when it gets down, hopefully the snow will come out and we'll be able to see it. In the meantime, we've finished our vet research, which is great. We're going to carry on doing that. We've got a couple of things that need repairing. This has got a thingy, which is unfortunate. It has got security, but it's a lot less than we had before. Got another baby lemur. And vet can't reach habitat. Oh, okay. We probably haven't added it into our work zone. So let's get our, I'm going to click play. So we've got it. Asia entrance. It needs to be added into zoo as well. That's it. Now our mechanics and our vets can see it as well. We need to make sure that we've got some bins and some donation bins. So I'm going to put a couple of donation bins in here because it's the only areas that they're going to be able to see. And then we're going to put some normal bins in and some benches. Okay, I think that's good. We should add some more donation bins in here as well because they are going to be able to see the animals on that side. So need to make sure that that's getting donation bins too. And we're going to need some... Oh, the snow's coming in as well. We've got some snow, which is good. We may need to turn these down as well. Let's turn you down to 0 too. And see what that does to the snow area. I think it's probably going to make it work. If not, we'll have to just turn them down a bit further. I think if we turn all of these down to 0, then we should be able to get some more snow across here. Diseased animal. Oh no. Okay, our vet's on it. We've got some hungry lemurs and some bears that aren't at the right temperature. So they're not super happy. Are they too warm in here? Okay, well let's just make sure we put one in here as well then. Let's put a, where is it? In habitat. Let's put a cooler in here. And this can be set to 0 as well. You can see it's kind of turning blue now over here, which means that the snow should be coming back. Ideally, it wouldn't always be like this, but it's because it's hot right now. I mean, it's not always going to be this temperature in the game. It's 30 degrees currently where we are, so that is why. I'm going to add another one here just to add to the... I'm going to put this one on -2. We'll see what that does as well to everything. We want to just make it a bit more. And actually, we should put one up the top here where we've got some snow up here. And make this 0. goodness, we've got so many babies and maturing animals. Look at them go. Look at this go. I love watching the snow appear. It's very cool. The next thing we need to do is put some enrichment in for these. So let's go enrichment, filter by the species, and it's Himalayan, because they're going to need some food. Otherwise, that's the next thing we're going to be complaining about. Right, okay. We're going to have a block of frozen fish, a block of frozen fruit. We're going to have them both down there. A block of ice they can just have further in. You can have a cardboard box, because I know that they love the boxes, even though I hate having cardboard boxes in the zoos, just because they look ugly. Let's put one over there, because we're thinking about the bears. You're going to have a herb scent marker by this tree, a rubbing pillar, go down here somewhere, and then they can have climbing enrichment as well. I didn't even think about that. There's actually some cool, like, pre-built ones as well in the blueprints if you research them. Oh, about to lose Lyra to old age. Bless her. One of our dogs. Oh, she seems quite alive. Oh no. Oh, there she goes. Oh, and she slides down. Oh, bless. Poor Lyra. There'll be a new queen in town soon, I'm sure. That'll rush to replace her in the pack. Because I think only the alpha female and the alpha male are allowed to breed. So it's hot topic as to who's alpha in that habitat. Oh, we've got some more snow coming in. Where is our bear? I don't know where the other one's gone. They don't think either of them are in there now. Just need to see them walking around. There they are. They're both eating. Of course they are. Look at them eat. How cool is that? They want a little bit more snow, but they're getting there. And everything else is good. They've got enough food and enough toys, so they're quite happy actually. I think they're supposed to have climbing enrichment. No, they don't need climbing enrichment, but they can use it. So maybe when we research some of the climbing things later, we can put those in. But it doesn't seem sensible to design a whole climbing thing around animals that don't really mind either way. And this water should be 10 degrees, yeah. So that's fairly cool for them as well. A nice chill, a nice brisk 10 degrees. Look at that waterfall. Waterfalls are my favorite thing in this game, I think. Oh, don't inbreed. If we've got a new male, I think we... Oh no, it's Dominic and one of his daughters. Okay. We'll apply contraceptives. We're going to keep the daughters, and then when we get a new male, we'll be able to get the daughters breeding as well, and that's how we're going to build up the numbers. That's my plan for the oryx. Other than that, I think it's just a case of trying to make sure we have enough snow. So I'm just going to keep whacking in coolers or turning down the ones we've already got until we have the right temperature across the habitat. Hey, look, we've got enough snow now. That's what we like. Okay, we've got some more research for the wild water buffalo. I'm going to let them carry on. But yeah, look at our bears having a great old time. I think this might be where we call it for this episode. Now that we've got our bears all happy and in their little habitat. If you have enjoyed this episode, I'd really love it if you gave it a like. It really helps the channel out, and I'll see you in the next one.